This is the new Audi S3. As you can tell, it's still on the covers as it's not completely ready, but the technical parts are ready and we'll get to test these right now. Welcome to Rev.
The new generation of the Audi S3 boasts a lot of innovations. The engine, transmission, front and rear axles, brakes and steering are just some of the features they've improved.
As it's usual when a new car comes out, you of course gotta be better than the previous version, and that's what Audi did with the S3. We have 333 horsepower, that's 23 more than the predecessor, 4.7 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, and 420 newton meters of torque, which is 20 newton meters more than the predecessor had.
The 2.0-liter TFSI engine can take the car up to 250 kilometers an hour. At a steady speed and the part load range, a preloaded turbocharger ensures a more spontaneous power delivery.
Of course, these are all nice numbers, but you don't have to read them, you have to experience them, and that is stepping on the gas. Let's do it. That feels really good, and it also sounds really good.
The throttle valve, which is open during overrun phases, also improves performance.
The thing that is also quite important with the new S3 is the introduction of the torque splitter. The thing as is already known from the previous version RS3, but now it also comes in the S3, and let's take a look at how this works.
The torque splitter is basically a differential or a rear axle with two clutches. It's basically a new rear axle that was developed because we worked with the Haldex in the previous model. That means we had a clutch right here. The cardan shaft comes from here. It was installed here, and now we've split it into two clutches, so to speak, so that we can apply from 0 to 100% of the power to each wheel independently.
In the new Dynamic Plus driving mode, the torque splitter sends as much drive torque as possible to the rear axle.
What I always like about all these cars, and especially now about the S3, is the fact that they are so very different depending on the drive mode you use. Now we're in comfort mode and the car does what you would expect from it. It's comfortable, it's relaxed, you can use it to go to work every day, you can take your children on a ride, and everything is smooth and comfortable. But if you need it, you can just switch to Dynamic or Dynamic Plus mode, and then you have a completely different car that will be so much sportier than what you experienced in comfort mode.
Similar to its predecessor, some of the S3's options, such as driver assistance systems and infotainment functions, can be conveniently added via the Audi app for a period ranging between 1 month and a lifetime. Activation is automatic and doesn't require a visit to a mechanic.
Driving the Audi S3 was such a blast. The car is powerful with the torque splitter. You can also drift it a little bit. It's really fun. I like the design, at least what I can see. And I also like the idea of only paying for functions if you really need them. So, all in all, a very solid car.
The Audi S3 impresses with its power, sound, and flexibility. Audi hasn't yet announced the car's price. Its predecessor started at €47,500, but with all its new features, the new S3 is bound to cost